And the Assistant Inspector General of Police in charge of Zone 4, Eyibio Ebong, says 400 police personnel and armor carriers have been deployed to communities attacked on Christmas Eve in Plateau State. He was addressing the deployed officers at the police headquarters in Jos, and Ebong said the order of the Inspector General of Police is to fish out those who committed the atrocities while charging his men to desist from confrontation with other security agencies.
He has mandated the IG to put an end to it, and that is why we are here. An IG on his own has mandated me to be on ground to ensure that that task is done, that the aim of this operation is achieved. And as he promised, you see, he has brought the operational asset. See all over here. He has promised that he will bring it, and he has done so. And the men you saw, I addressed the men that are here. We have started deployment already. As at last night, we deployed some men to that place. And now we are deploying more. In the evening, we are deploying more. We must cover, dominate every area and even beyond, because we may be concentrating in one local government, and then while they strike here, we are going to spread our tentacle the whole of Plateau State. It must end. We are expecting about 400 men.
It really must end indeed. That's what Nigerians are yearning for. And we're now being joined, for the second time in just about 96 hours ago, by former Commissioner of Police in the Federal Capital Territory, Lawrence Alobi. Very warm welcome and compliments of the season.
Thank you very much for having me, and Happy New Year in advance.
Yeah, it remains a very sad taste, a dire one in the mouth, that over 200 persons just hacked down like that. A nation is not really mourning. The flag is not flying at half mast. It's like, business as usual. What a sad story.
It's a very, very sad situation. I think I want to advise the government to show empathy and compassion, that they should declare this a national mourning, and flag should be flown at half mast for 2 days at least, to show that yes, we are concerned, that Nigerians are concerned, the government is concerned. But when we just don't bother ourselves, nothing is happening, we keep on celebrating, dancing and playing, that place we're insensitive to the reality on ground in terms of insecurity and all that, and how over 200 persons have been murdered, brutally murdered. So I think I want to strongly advise Mr. President to declare 3 days mourning for the victims, and the flag should be flown half mast, at least 2 or 3 days, to show to the world that yes, we have
cherish human lives.
We have empathy, and we cherish human life.
Okay, let's look at the summons. It's like a swan song, from the National Assembly. Once issues like this happen, what they do now is to summon the service chiefs, the national security advisor, come and tell us what happened. Not one culprit has been caught. The police say they've deployed 400 personnel and armored personnel carriers and the rest. Yet we had a former general officer commanding the 3rd Division in Jos, who is retired now, saying that the terrain is a difficult terrain. Can any terrain be so difficult for security agents, trained, well-armed and the rest, for terrorists and bandits to overrun a whole community and overrun them?
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate that they are deploying 400. Where I think what could have been actually be necessary is proactive policing and security, not just reactive. But then this proactiveness also is predicated on the fact that they have the manpower, we have the equipment and so forth. So I think we should adopt proactive policing. And there's, security, you have to think ahead, plan ahead, and work ahead to beat the criminals. We don't have to wait until you're caught until you start mobilizing, because you might snowball to a point that you're able to not to contend. So I think we should learn and be proactive. And the government should do everything to ensure that they empower the police and security agencies in terms of manpower needs. Manpower needs, because Plateau is, like you say, it's a difficult terrain. the hoodlums or the bandits or the murderers or terrorists who came, they didn't come, they didn't fly, they don't have wings. They came to the road and they navigate through the road. And that if they cannot, then why should the military and the security agents are normally trained to at least they trained to go through such area, tough area. That's part of the training, capacity building. So I think
I know it's part of their training to go to Sharia Hills.
Yeah, Sharia Hills.
I mean, the military and the rest.
That Sharia Hills is to develop courage, develop capacity, at least to. When even tough trainings are difficult, you navigate, you conquer fear, and so I think.
But where is the Air Force here? Where is the Air Police? I know you have the Air Police then, the Air Wing. Where are they?
Yeah, I think again, like it was saying that there was letters were sent warning the people about the
impending attack
and so forth. Nothing was done. I think it is important that intelligence should be shared, and it's no information. No information is useless. What information? Actually, all information you get. By doing that, you make vision at a lot. You don't just say it's not all information that you get is important. And when you get information, gather information, you analyze it, and become actionable intelligence, and you act on it promptly. You don't have to wait until when it occurs and begin to mobilize. No, we should think ahead and walk ahead. That's what security ought to be. So I think we should actually learn, and like the idea has that they should get these people dead or alive, because it's otherwise you're going to send a very terrible signal to this country and the world. Like Section 14B of the Constitution provides that the prime purpose of government is security and welfare of the people. Then the security, and Section 24E of the Constitution provides that it's a constitution to every Nigerian citizen to assist the agency in internal law and order. These bandits or terrorists came to the road, maybe through motorcycles or vehicles. People saw them, and what did they do? Did they pass information to the police and security agencies? And what that information is passing? Did they act upon them on such information?
For 2 days.
For 2 days. No, I think all of us, I think we're all guilty. But the citizens, the security agencies, and we should allow to responsibility.
What kind of guilt are you putting on the hapless citizens who are not? Nigeria is not a gun-carrying society.
No, information. At least even the native man in any part of Nigeria has a phone. If he can call his legislator or his chairman or councillor, look, I saw some strange people coming with their hundreds or 20s with arms and driving through and so rude. Of course, that person also allowed security, allowed the DPO, allowed the brigade commander or the CEO of that area.
Okay, let's talk about policing. I mean, which is your forte. You haven't served 35 years in the Nigeria Police Force. Looking at, police duties in 2023 with the amount of insecurity in the country and the rest, how would you assess their performance and the way forward for 2024?
Yeah, 2023 has actually been a year that very sad. A lot of officers were killed, and a lot of wastages, police offices and infrastructures were attacked, police stations were attacked, many unescorted were killed and so forth. So I think it actually it's not been very, very pleasant. The police have suffered some casualties, but also made some progress too, because being able to maintain law and order is part of these challenges. Because law and order, nations are built on law and order, and again, it is important that we should know that for the police, which is the principal agency in internal security, should be empowered holistically. So therefore, holistic police reform is a good way to improve security and assure national security.
It doesn't look
security is a driver of socio-political economic development. Without security, nothing can work. So that's why that's why Section 14 provides that, the purpose of government. And if the government now begin to downplay on that, then it's unfortunate. I think but I'm sure with that the renewed hope mantra of Mr. President, I hope things will get better. But that would all be better if the government and people of the government empower the police, empower security agencies. You see, sometimes in this country, the citizens erroneously believe that the police are for the government and not for them. So they attack police stations. This is the police that protects humanitarian law and order. Now, if tomorrow you have been attacked by criminals or attacked by armed robbers, are you going to call a kidnapper or call an armed robber? No, you call the same police. So, and it said that life is based on the principle of reciprocity. That's why the law of equity teaches me that he wants equity must do equity. So the government itself has to make sure that develop the political will and so that the police is well equipped, well funded, well motivated. And probably you see, into the 21st century, policing is technology driven.
Shouldn't the police in Nigeria be decentralized?
Decentralized? Yes, they say possibility because even though that even developing countries, the police is decentralized. You know, I think that's what begin to do that gradually too. If that's the solution, why not? If not, so if that maybe like getting decentralized to so that you don't wait until when the IG directs. But even if the IG directs, IG is the number one police officer in the country. Every commissioner of police in every command has a duty to take action not wait until the IG directs. You have to be proactive. You have to do everything. You have to study everything, study the security situation in your command, and also take action. You don't have to wait until IG directs. We have to be proactive through information gathering and intelligence sharing. The security agencies are like fingers of one hand. You share intelligence, and once your intelligence is shared, you act upon that intelligence. And that is how to be proactive and prevent crime such heinous killing and murder of innocent Nigerians.
Yes, you've talked about the inadequacies, in the Nigeria police force, which we all know.
Yeah.
It's still the same police stations, you left over a decade ago after retirement. Sometimes no vehicle in a division. Where there is a vehicle, they are overstretched and the rest. Has the Nigeria Police Trust Fund done anything significant since its creation to improve the welfare and, conditions, in terms of equipment of the force?
To the best of my knowledge, I don't think they had actually impacted positively on serve the purpose for which it was created. I was one of those when I was federal operations. It started this during Mr. Smith. Senator Roa was there. We decided to have public hearing on police trust fund. It finally came into fruition and it had been established. But then, politicians, the police are the ones who knows their needs. They know what, how, when, who wear the shoes, know it is pinching. But now the secretary of the commission of the fund is now, he was a politician, now controls the regs. Whereas the chairman of the police trust fund is just like a figurehead. He's there to be seen and not to be heard. So I think the police, that trust fund should be headed by the policeman who's the IG or that IG should be given the power to act, to address issues and deal with them adequately. Because when it is like politicians, they want to score a point, think about how to assist their political loyalists and so forth. You think about the real problem. It was sent for every creation meant for a purpose. And purpose of that fund was to serve, to assist the police, strengthen the police, fund the police, equip the police. So I think the government should see that fund is usually effectively used for the police to make the police more effective and more operationally effective for the good of the citizens. And the citizens are the prime beneficiary of improved security. That's why the citizens also, like Section 24E I quoted earlier, provides that the citizens also help. How we are assisting the police in terms of information, in terms of equipment, in terms of motivation. Citizens also should assist. The government cannot be doing everything. And the government also, like, they have other competing needs. And it's sometimes like now the budget being passed. Even if the budget is passed, what about releasing that the budget? How, to what extent is it being released? Sometimes the Minister of Finance does not release what's actually been approved. The tell funds are not there. And then the police have to act when this, like this situation now in Plateau, they have to act. Not say because there's no fund. They have to sacrifice themselves and do everything make sure that they meet the security needs of the citizens and on the country in general. So I think the government, the renewed hope mantra of Mr. President should also emphasize on the importance of the need to ensure that the police are well empowered holistically in terms of training, in terms of motivation, in terms of equipment, in terms of their welfare. And then the citizens also know that they also have a responsibility in line with Section 24 in the Constitution. Because he wants equity, must do equity.
With clean hands.
Yeah,
yes, indeed. Lawrence Alobi, retired Commissioner of Police and lawyer, thanks for coming on Newsnight and wishing you the best in the coming year.
Thank you for having me, and I pray that this country, by the grace of God, it will be better.
All right.